Hello everybody, welcome back, I'm MrRedClaw. Welcome back to the episode of Formula 1 2021 My Team Career. This time for the Bahrain Grand Prix in Season 2. But before we get into it, why head down below, like and subscribe. And let's see how we do in the first qualifying of Season 2 of My Team Career. So here I am out for my flying lap around the Bahrain GP circuit over here, as you can see. And as you can see, this is lap 1, so this is the best lap in qualifying that I did. Lap 2 and lap 3 weren't improved. I'm not really sure why. Maybe the track just changed and it just wasn't as good as it was right now. Or maybe I just weren't getting the corners right. That could be possible as well. But you're going to see that this lap isn't perfect. It's definitely far from perfect. So I guess that is going to be why we are going to start where we start, which is you are going to see soon. And well, it's actually going to be, I'm pretty sure, a worse position than where we started in Season 1, which isn't too good, as well we should have been improving since that time, and we are starting further back than we did. But that's actually mostly because everyone else is improving as well. We have improved massively as well. I actually don't really compare times. Maybe I'm going to do that at the start of the next video. But of course, we're going to be moving to a new track in the next episode. But I guess I know. Hopefully, we still kind of get good by the end of the season. Hopefully, we can I know, get into points on a regular basis at the end of the season. Hopefully, and maybe next season we can start fighting for some podiums, maybe some wins every now and again. I'm not really too sure, but we crossed the line and we start. I'm pretty sure it's P17, P18, something like that. We're going to see on the grid, but it's Bottas who takes pole from Hamilton and Ricciardo. So McLaren looking quite strong, but I guess let's see what we can do during the race.
No more testing, no more practice. This is the real deal, and it's make or break here at round 1 of this year's Formula 1 World Championship. Formula 1 returns to the desert today on this exceptional 3.36 mile circuit. 15 corners provide plenty of overtaking opportunities. It could be a strategic race, this one, with Sakir notorious for eating up the rear tyres. Watch out for drivers managing their rubber at some point during the Grand Prix. A new season then, a clean slate where anything could happen. Anthony Davidson is with me today as we get another year of Formula 1 underway.
We're into those tense few minutes before the first race then. Everyone's a little bit nervous about reliability. They haven't been running in the hot, turbulent wake of other cars in practice. They've not been pushing at 100% for long durations. Let's hope no one has to deal with any nasty surprises.
Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Good job yesterday from Valtteri Bottas. The Finn starts from pole position, and Lewis Hamilton completes the front row. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Ricciardo, Verstappen, Sergio Perez, and Leclerc, Norris, Sainz, Gasly, and Antonio Giovinazzi, Vettel, Stroll, Esteban Ocon, and Tsunoda, Russell, Latifi, Red, and Mick Schumacher, Joe, Lundgaard, Mazepin, and Louis Delatraz. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
So here we are lined up in P17 on the grid, further down than we were in Season 1. But let's see if we can get any points like we did in Season 1. I'm pretty sure we did finish in the points. I'm pretty sure it was maybe P9. No, I think we just missed out on the points in Season 1. I'm pretty sure we got overtaken by Yuki Tsunoda in the final couple laps, and I'm pretty sure we finished, I think it was P11, but I'm not really too sure. I really should have checked before. But we go diving down the inside, up to P14 straight away. Definitely not what I wanted, but I kind of went a little bit too late on the brakes. But I guess it worked out, so we move up to P14, and we are doing a 2-stop from the softs, 2 mediums, and finishing on another set of medium tyres. so it should be a little bit faster. I'm pretty sure in the last season we did mediums to hards, and the hards really weren't that good on this circuit, at least for me. Definitely going quite slowly, but as you can see on lap 3 DRS activated, but we nearly spun and lose a huge chunk of time to Stroll and Tsunoda out in front. And later on lap 3, as you can see, we go a bit wide over here. The car just doesn't want to stick and turn in, and again over here just doesn't like wanting to be turned in into the corner. So Ocon gets a better run down the inside of us, but we actually get well, we're basically faster on the straight, but actually let go off the throttle, so we actually get DRS down the main straight over here, so we can actually overtake Ocon. That was the better thing to do in that situation over there. Actually, well, slowing down basically to get the DRS to overtake Ocon down the main straight and up to P40 once again. Here's what that looked like from Ocon's point of view. No chance he could overtake. We were just way too fast down the inside of him, and well, actually being able to go back on the racing line even before we hit the corner over there. But on lap 5 over here, we are now defending from George Russell as Ocon pits in. Not really sure what happened with him, maybe some contact with Russell, as he did kind of close in quite fast after Ocon kind of tried getting past me. As you can see, a little bit of a cheeky basically stop. I'm not really sure if there's any rule in like the rule books of Formula 1 that you can't kind of just like let off the throttle just before a DRS zone to get DRS, but I mean that's not in the game. So we get past Russell with a great bit of defending over there down the inside, and we do manage to make it work. And here's how it looked like from George Russell's point of view. And talking about George Russell's point of view, it's not a Williams, it's an Alfa Romeo over here, as quite a couple of things have changed. So Alonso has retired from the sport, and mostly people in the top teams have kind of stayed where they were, but Giovinazzi moved to Alpine, and Ocon stayed in Alpine, so Giovinazzi kind of moved in where Alonso kind of was. But it's mostly like the top, the kind of lower teams that have kind of shuffled around, with George Russell and Latifi going to Alfa Romeo, Haas keeping Schumacher and Mazepin, but Guan Yu, Zhou and Christian Lundgaard moved to Williams, so our old teammate moves to Williams. And I should have really said this at the start, but we do have a new teammate of Louis Delatraz, just because it his contract cost less just by a bit, and I kind of want to spend more on the car because the second driver isn't really doing too much at the moment. It's really, I'm pretty sure in Formula 1 2020, I think it took until season 3 for the second driver to actually gain any points from us. But we do make the pit stop onto the mediums, and we actually get a camera change over here. This using Jarno Opmer's camera setup now, because I really wanted to do this from the start of the race, but I kind of forgot. Remembered halfway through that it actually makes you slightly better if you do use it well, and if you get used to it. And I definitely felt that after a couple of laps using this. I definitely felt more comfortable with where the car was placed, and where I could basically where the car was placed in kind of on the track, hitting curbs easier and all of that. Definitely a lot easier, as we can see our teammate Delatraz over here in P50. We are going to be overtaking him as he is on the medium tyres. Pretty sure he hasn't pit yet. I'm pretty sure he is on a one-stop, so we do need to get past him if we want any chance of actually getting anywhere close to the points later on in the race. So that is basically the couple of changes that have happened during this season. And talking about kind of the first season, of course we got 0 wins, 0 poles, 1 podium in the last race, 51 points and 10th place in the championship. So honestly, for kind of like a first place, for first season kind of result, that wasn't really too bad, as we see the Alpine over here of Giovinazzi over there. I'm not really sure what happened to him, some sort of spin, I didn't catch that, but yeah, we managed to get past him as he pits in on lap 16, going on to 17. As later on lap 17, Max Verstappen on a fresh set of medium tyres is trying to overtake us around the outside of, I'm pretty sure this is turn 11 maybe, I'm not really too sure, but we actually managed to defend, send him out wide, and he just kind of basically loses control of the car, doesn't stop in time, rides the curb for a bit, and actually comes on and damages his front wing on Leclerc. So really dumb move by Verstappen over there. Not really sure why he just went straight into Leclerc over there, coming off the turn, but I guess he did, and he actually pits in for a nose change, as on lap 18 we go 3 wide into the first turn with Leclerc and Perez either side of us, but we do manage to actually get ahead of both of them and defend from Leclerc and get ahead of Perez, who was just coming out of the pit lane when we just managed to get past. As you can see from this external camera, really close to be honest with both of them, but we do manage to actually make it work and get up to P9 for the moment. I guess we're going to see if we can keep it. Of course we need to pit in one more time for another set of mediums, but it's deja vu over here as Perez basically repeats what Max Verstappen did a couple, basically last lap I'm pretty sure it was, goes out wide, has to kind of go out, and actually nearly hits Leclerc as well, so I'm not really sure what the AI are doing over there, but Leclerc does get past us down the kind of back straight over here with DRS. We couldn't really hold on over there as we don't have enough ERS, but we are going to pit in anyway on this lap. So it doesn't really matter too much, but it definitely would have still been better if we kept position over there. But yes, we are going to be pitting in for another set of mediums as Sainz ahead of us pits in for some mediums as well. So I guess he is on the same strategy as we are. And we are going to drop back to P18, it looks like, just ahead of Ocon Delatraz. I'm pretty sure that is a Haas, and I'm pretty sure Verstappen, who has dropped back massively. I'm pretty sure that is Verstappen with the damaged front wing. Of course, he had to pit in to get a new front wing and basically change his tyres as well, as Nikita Mazepin is out of the session. First race not going too well for the Haas drivers, as he has some sort of mechanical problem. As on lap 25 we're slowly catching up to Schumacher ahead, as Lewis Hamilton is out of the session with another mechanical problem, this time for the Mercedes. As you can see over here, just has to pull up on the kind of back straight over here. We are going to pass him right now and gain one free position. Sadly, it only moves us up to P17, so no points for us anywhere nowhere near close to the points, as we go diving down the inside of Schumacher. Is it going to work? In this right-hander, we do manage to get a pull ahead on the fresher mediums versus the older hard tyres that the Haas is on. We are also faster than the Haas, so that definitely helped as well. As you can see, Mick Schumacher had nowhere to go. We just dived down the inside, drive past, and up into P16, and onto lap 27. We're going to be going down the inside of Christian Lundgaard, our old teammate. Really nice move, moving up to P15. Sadly, we weren't close to the points making these moves, so it would have definitely made a really nice ending to the race, pulling off all of these moves to get rewarded with some points. But we are only in P14 at the moment, P15 at the moment, make that, and just closing in on Latifi over here. We should be able to get past him, but Verstappen is 1 second behind us, so we do have to kind of start worrying about what's happening behind us and not kind of focus on what's happening ahead, as we kind of fake left and move right and go diving down the inside of Latifi over there in the Alfa Romeo. And we do manage to make it work up to P14, but that was basically all we could do. I tried hunting down Guan Yu Zhou over there, but he was just too far away in the Alpine, a bit too fast as well, and we in the Williams, sorry, and we just couldn't really manage to make anything work. And I guess it's P14, a couple places low, I'm pretty sure. Then in season 1, across the line, Bottas wins, us in P14.
That's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Ferme.
That's it for another Grand Prix and a fantastic win for Mercedes. Anthony Davidson, what helped them deliver this result, do you think?
Well, this was a real team victory. They put together a solid strategy today that appeared well suited to the conditions out on track. The driver did everything that was expected of them in the moment to really execute the team's plan to perfection. A shining example of how F1 really is a team sport.
So after a magnificent race, we can now see the drivers making their way to the podium. Once again, it's the Silver Arrows who take top spot. A well-earned victory for Mercedes.
So there we go, it's a Bottas win with a double McLaren podium. They are definitely looking quite strong this season as Ricciardo takes second place ahead of Norris in third, with Yuki Tsunoda moving in from P14 all the way up to P4. Absolutely brilliant race for him as we are down in P14. Of course, driver standings, look how the race ended. Constructors and McLaren are actually in the lead with that double podium, with Mercedes in second and us all the way down at the bottom. But for now, that is going to be. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, share, subscribe, and see you guys next time. Bye bye.